Wednesday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, 7 races to take a look at. It's a good fields again. A few short price favourites throughout the book as well.
Yeah, welcome to our viewers. This 3-year-old race to kick us off really looks a nice race. Few horses going forward that I'm sure we'll see on Saturdays.
Yeah, well, let's just take a quick look at the conditions before we do go into that field. And the Immovable Rail is out 15 metres with a cutaway in the straight. We are expecting some rain again. Hopefully running on a good form, but do keep an eye on it. As we always say, you can take a look at the RAWA website for that. Well, as we said, race number 1, it does look to be a good one. It's an event for the 3-year-olds over the 1,200 metres mark.
Yeah, there look to be three fillies in this race with a very, very big future. We'll have a look at the replay though of Caipirinha back in the autumn, running third in the Gimcrack Stakes.
To the outside, I Am Boudicca running on, trying to bullock out behind them, Spangled Impact, but Whispering Brook inside the 200 lead. Now she's out, Spangled Impact, and she can come with a run. She's finishing brilliantly. It's Whispering Brook, Spangled Impact, trying to run her down. Whispering Brook holding Spangled Impact, and Whispering Brook is...
What a performance on debut by Caipirinha here. You don't really even need to sell this story. Beaten 1.3 lengths by Whispering Brook. Then in the next start was only beaten 2 lengths. We just saw Whispering Brook run over Reese in the performance that she was able to put in there as well. What I love with this horse was there was still a little bit to learn on the occasions, but still did everything right. With 57.5 kilos after what we saw in the recent trial again, I don't see how this filly by Nakoni is going to be beaten.
That first start as well, I'm pretty sure this filly was backed in from big odds around 100 to 1 to about $26. So they have had an opinion of her, and she wears those famous McCrosty colours. Good luck to the McCrosty family there. But as you mentioned, Adam, that form behind Whispering Brook, she's just gone and carried more weight than other 3-year-old fillies in Melbourne and just been beaten by about a half head. So that form is very, very hard to ignore. Number 5, Bonnie Be Good's an interesting one for me. Trialled really well up the straight recently, and form before that as well was good in the autumn. Ran in the Gimcrack Stakes and was good, and was very good in the size as well. So that suggests that she'll probably get a little bit further than the 1,200 metres on offer here.
This is a horse I have a massive opinion of as well. Just didn't get any luck last campaign, and there was jockey changes left, right and centre. Sometimes the draws didn't suit either. And you can see Barrier 13 in one of the races from last prep as well. But with Glenn Smith from Barrier 3 with Grant Alana Williams, I think this horse is going to win a few races this campaign. This is a filly that I definitely want to be following moving forward.
Number 8, Red Noir out of the Dan Morton yard. Blinkers go on. Was good in the heavy ground, soft ground last start, but that's one thing that's interested me with this field. Caipirinha, yes, is the hot pot of the field, but Barrier 6 is a fair bit of speed inside of it. Red Noir, Bonnie Be Good. You've also got the likes of No Ordinary Girl, who sat on speed last start. So should be interesting to see whether Caipirinha gets across and gets an easy enough time of it, or whether they ride her cold for a bit of luck. But Red Noir can certainly play a part.
Yeah, the blinkers going on is a big tick, but for mine, the biggest tick is just at 1,200 metres. I think that this filly has really wanted that extra distance. She's shown a lot so far. William Pike staying with her, I think, is a really good opportunity to keep following moving forward, and I think she's certainly one that's in the race as well. But I can't go past number 3, Caipirinha, from number 8, Red Noir, number 1, Swift Platinum, and 5, Bonnie Be Good.
I'm going with number 5, Bonnie Be Good on top. From the 8, Red Noir, race experience this time in. From the 3, Caipirinha, and number 1, Swift Platinum.
Race number 2 at Belmont Park. It is Perth. Race number 5 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 2,100 metres. 9 runners to take a look at, Mark. There's a few that are just trying to step up to these grades nicely, and there's one that's clearly dropping.
Yes, indeed. We'll have a look at Grindabella, though, winning last start. A Class 3 race at Pinjarra, beating My Name's Bruce.
He's into the extreme outsiders. My Name is Bruce. Spondula got up on the inside. Grindabella, they claimed them. Grindabella on the outside into Hood, battling Queen of Teas, followed by on the outside Night Prowler. My Name is Bruce. Tan goes for the whip on Grindabella. Pike now starts to wind up into Hood. Grindabella and now Queen of Teas in the middle. It's Grindabella, though, clinging on, and the favourite Too Good.
Nice performance there by Grindabella. Had been racing very consistently. That was only the second win from the 14 starts. But go through the recent form lines. We spoke about Fathoms of Gold Saturday form lines previously. Was just beaten by that galloper twice prior to that victory. Good runs behind Spondula as well. Now with the win, goes up in weight because Alan Kennedy will take the ride, but I think his aggressive riding style will really suit here. So Grindabella's just a horse, you know what you're going to get every single start, and I don't think you can rule it out.
Yeah, the form's been really solid, hasn't it, Adam? Another one we'll look at, number 1, Andy's Boys, the class dropper from 71 plus class down to this midweek a horse that's only won one Metropolitan race in the last 12 months race, looks right in it.
Yeah, this horse can carry the weight as well. I've got no question marks about the 59.5 kilos. It's a natural leader. It will ensure that this race is run at a really good tempo. I just think the form lines are going to be superior here. It was only beaten 4 lengths by Vidello Blue, and Mark had that first run at the 2,100 metres. Now that second one, I'm a big fan of that. I just think from barrier 5, this horse is going to get a lot of favours.
Another couple we'll quickly look at is number 5, 888 from the Ganjimi semi-yard. Look, last start, I don't think the speed was on for it to run on. The start prior was very good from well back in the field when the speed was on. I think with a little bit more tempo and with a little bit, hopefully a bit closer in running, can certainly challenge from here. Also number 7, Queen of Tees from the Darren McAuliffe yard. This is a nice horse. Jordan Turner takes off 1.5 kilos, so only carries the 52.5, which is very, very, and well, I guess a positive in a staying race.
Yeah, well, with 8 double 8, obviously Andy's boy will ensure that speed goes in, so that's a big positive. I'm with you as well. I just think last run, because they walked out in front with I Done It, they just didn't get that attack at the end, but the small field will suit as well. Queen of Tees is a really good one that you bring up here. At the 52.5 kilos is a massive positive. Was only beaten 0.8 lengths by Grindabella and only got home late on that occasion. Again, has had that one run at the 2,000 metres now. Should take plenty of improvement. So I certainly have her in my numbers as well. But I'm going with the class dropper here. Number 1, Andy's Boy from 7, Queen of Tees, 6, Mystic Dust, and 3, Grindabella.
I'm going with the lightweight, number 7, Queen of Tees from the 3, Grindabella, number 2, Skellig, and the 5, 8, double 8.
Race number 3 and Belmont Park. It's Perth race number 6 for our Singapore viewers. It's a Class 5 handicap over the 1,000 metres, as we said. Some nice form in this as well. Greco's been racing well. We know that Delicate Miss is a nice type. Ishmael's been finding some good form, and Gold Shimmer was a tremendous performance last start.
We didn't expect it to win last start, didn't we, Adam? But Remember Berlin was the hot pot, but it was a nice performance. Let's have a look at that replay.
And then Total Advantage. Remember Berlin ranges alongside of Aperchoir. At the 300, it's Aperchoir. Remember Berlin, he hasn't moved a muscle. Now he does. Gold Shimmer's a length away. 2 lengths further back, Formula One is starting to wind up with a strong run. Remember Berlin tackled now on the outside by Gold Shimmer. It's Gold Shimmer who they've had something on at odds, reaching the lead. Gold Shimmer's got the money.
Was well supported on course on that occasion. $22 into about 10 as they jumped. And as you said, Remember Berlin, I think it was $1.60 out to about $1.85 and was cruising out in front, but the turn of foot that Gold Shimmer showed there was really good. And I remember in the preview, we just spoke about the previous form lines. Although they didn't look great on paper, this horse hadn't done a lot wrong. Drew a nice gate on this occasion and got the job done. Now from barrier 1, we're still only the 55 kilos and good speed in the race again with Greco. I think Gold Shimmer's one you certainly have to have in your 4.
As is number 3, Delicate Miss from the David Harrison yard. Kate Fitzgerald takes off 3 kilos. Al McAllister owns in those famous white and green colours of Magnificia and Whispering Brook, of course. Last start was good behind 3 votes and good behind Greco the start before.
Well, she's a Saturday horse, this one. There's no doubt about that. She hasn't found a win for a while, but if you like Greco in this race, she gets a 3 kilo swing for a 1 length defeat 2 starts ago. That's enough for me to be having her on top of Greco in this race. It was also a really nice run behind 3 votes last start, and that was, as I said, a good enough performance for Saturday company. So I do have Delicate Miss in front of Greco for this race, and I think they can certainly dominate.
Number 10, Stubborn Cow. William Pike goes on, and what form he's been in. Of course, riding 5 winners on Saturday at Belmont, and then on Sunday riding 3 at Kalgoorlie.
Yeah, he certainly has been in rich vein of form as we're used to. Barrier 4 with the 54 kilos. Look, was beaten 4 lengths by Faith in Fate 2 starts ago and actually meets it worse off in the weight. So there's a couple of question marks here, but the way that William Pike's riding at the moment, he could lift anything to victory. So I think you have to keep a watch on that, especially probably a market watch as well with this stable. But I am going to tip number 3, Delicate Miss, from 2 Greco, 1 Ishmael, and number 5 Gold Shimmer.
We've got the 10 on top, William Pike, Stubborn Cow from the 4, Faint Dancer, 1 Ishmael, and 2 Greco.
Race 4 at Belmont Park. It is Perth race number 7 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,200 metres, a Class 1 handicap. There's a couple of these horses that really just want to get that victory mark, and they'll have a chance because this is a very open race.
Yeah, everybody's looking for that second win in here, as is First Trade, who won its maiden start last race at Northern.
Then Still Love Me and also Sash de Blisk. First Trade led at the 350, booted away by 2 lengths now. Didn't like Sunset Pete back behind them, not doing a lot. Running on now, down the outside comes Sash de Blisk, but First Trade as Carberry draws the whip is nicely clear inside the 100 from Sash de Blisk, who can't do any better, and it's a very good first up win by First Trade. First Trade beats Sash.
Really nice run there by First Trade. And Mark, I remember that this is a horse you had a pretty good opinion of last campaign. I really liked her for this start because she had speed and she was going to be able to cross and win. Now, she's going to need that speed again from barrier 10, but there's not a lot that wants to go forward in this. So I think, again, she's going to be able to get across quite comfortably. Just be able to sit there and relax and then push forward. The drop back from 13 to 1,200 metres is definitely a positive. There are a few ones that just on form, though, may appear to be a bit stronger.
Yeah, you do take that win. Wins like that in those maiden companies where those horses go out in front and lead, there might not be much chasing them, and there might not be a few.
Especially at Northern on a leader's day.
Exactly, with the ability. So, look, that form has to be questioned. Look, winners can only win, but I'm very weary of this runner. Number 3, Detente. He's run well enough in a few maiden races at Ascot last preparation to suggest that he could run a nice race first up here.
This horse was always there and about, and it was just a question mark of whether it was going to get the job done. Of course, it beat Warbo and Grado, and that was when it was a very nice win over the 1,200 metres. Now, Brad Parnham takes the ride, 57 kilos here. This horse hasn't raced since March. First up form is fair, but as he said, there was just enough to like each start last campaign. Look at even the price it jumped out at, $3, $8, $6, $3.80, $6. It was always there and about, and I just think the form lines are, around Pix Pride, Just Act Natural, Corvara as well. They're good enough if this horse is fit enough to win first up.
Number 7, Formula One as well, has been a class winner for 480 days, still looking for that second win.
I think this might be the one. I just have a feeling that this is the one. They decided last start to ride hands and heels. Well, no better man than Peter Hall to be riding hands and heels on your galloper. Now, the 1,000 metres was always going to be too short, and it got within 3 lengths of Gold Shimmer, who we just talked up in the race before as well. So from barrier 9, with a bit of speed in the race from first trade and stretching out to the 1,200 metres, and with the Group 1 jockey Peter Hall on board just riding hard hands and heels, I'm happy to have this galloper on top. 7 Formula One from number 3 Detente, 5 Vandemonian and 4 First Trade.
3 Detente for me from the 1 at Lorenza. Number 2, Take It Like a Man, and the 8 Rokana Beat.